Hello everyone, in this presentation the group will mainly talk about the Shotcrete and its application. The first milestone in the history of Shotcrete occurred in 1907 in America, when a machine was invented by Carl Ethan Ackley. Typically there are two types of Shotcrete, which are wet mix and dry mix Shotcrete. The wet mix Shotcrete batched and mixed the cement, aggregate, and water together, and the dry mix Shotcrete only batched and mixed the cement and aggregate.
The Shotcrete usually consists of cement, supplementary cementitious materials, aggregates, mixing water, chemical admixtures, and fibers. The different mix designs consist of wet, dry, semi-pour, and special mixes. Many proportions for base mix are based on the factors of Shotcrete, like the sprayability, stress, and compaction. So it's noted that aggregate gradation, cementitious content, delivery and placement method, and selection of chemical mixtures.
Different mix designs require the use of different processes, materials, and equipment upon manufacture. Wet mix shotcrete is created by the mixing of all necessary materials to create concrete before shooting the material through a hose at a high velocity. The main difference to dry mix is that this process includes the addition of water before it is shot through the hose. Dry mix shotcrete is formed through the mixing of dry materials with moist aggregates. This mixture is pumped through a hose where water is added under pressure in a pressurized chamber, wetting the mixture as it is jetted onto the surface. This process can make it very difficult to control the water to cement ratio, which is why the wet mix is often preferred over dry mix.
As with all concrete, extensive testing is carried out on shotcrete to make sure it meets performance requirements. Testing is conducted before, during, and after construction. Tests such as slump, air content, and compressive strength are all commonly used on shotcrete. When there is an Australian standard relevant to the testing method, such as Australian Standard 1012 for measuring air content, it should be followed. In the absence of a relevant Australian standard, international standards should be used. Shotcrete has a very high level of workability, as indicated by the slump test. This is so that it can be more efficiently sprayed. It's important that shotcrete mixes exhibit high early age strength so that it holds shape to where it is applied and so that structural support can be quickly added to the area of application.
Shotcrete can be used on construction sites where there is limited access, where conventional concrete would be impractical to use. Shotcrete can also be used for high-velocity spillways and swimming pools, as well as underground excavations and slope protection and stabilisation. It can also be used for long-term solutions, as seen on the Hume Highway in New South Wales. Shotcrete was used when cuts were made to allow for a smooth journey for road users. Shotcrete was used to stabilise the rock face and prevent loose rocks from falling onto the road. When shotcrete is used on slope stabilisation, it is important that the shotcrete has appropriate drainage. This is so it doesn't inhibit the natural water flow through the rocks.